How's it going, guys? This is Uptown Hero with Highlander Heroes. On this one, I've lost my audio one more time. So I've enlisted the help from a couple of people from the Discord, and they just so happen to be the other moderators of the Discord. So I'm going to introduce in order of how they join the Discord. So the first one I'm going to introduce is Ragavan.
Hey guys, this is Ragavan Trading Co. Put some respect on that name. I'm Hiro, happy to be here. Thanks for having me. I'm going to try to help call out this game, and I main Kennen for those of you who've seen some of Hiro's videos. And right now, I am also on Clark Sakashima.
Gross. So our next person that I'm going to introduce, he's actually in the video, and he's going to help us call out. And he is the other moderator of our group. It's DJ Tri-Edge.
Greetings and salutations. DJ Tri-Edge here. Currently in this one, you've noticed that my camera is in a very awkward position because I actually forgot mine on my vehicle since I will go traveling very often. So we're going to try to remember what happened 3 weeks ago from what I'm playing.
I know it was...
we're all trying to convince DJ to change his name to MTG Trucker because he's always playing on his 18-wheeler. Not while driving, guys. Not while driving.
No, only while driving. Only while driving.
I'm so glad that he's from a different part of the country than I am. All right, guys. So if you like this format of video and you want us to continue to try to do these killer commentaries, let me know. They're enjoyable to do because I get to banter with my friends, but they may not be as, funny or nice to watch as a cleanish, more rounded out video. So on this one, we've got Sadistic Mayhem. He's playing his Tivit deck. You know what Tivit does. Tivit is trying to get time sieve out, doing Thassa's demonic consultation, and he's also trying to, stacks the game just a little bit to control it, with blind obedience or Gravedigger's Cage or stuff like that to try to help slow the game down a little bit.
And then in spot 2, we got My Name is Jeff, our resident Canadian. He is playing Kenrith, the Returned King. What he's trying to do, he's going to try to do dockside loops, get infinite mana, and from there, who knows? He can go all kinds of ways, draw you out, flicker things, make things big and nasty. So it's be interesting to see how he plays it.
I'm playing in third seat, playing Marnius Calgar. My main win con is to try to generate infinite mana via several combos, either be it ISO Rev or Power Artifact Grim Monolith, to try to draw my deck and win with a Thassa's Oracle win line.
In fourth seat, we've got Autistic Dog. He's playing Kalia the Vast. Usually Kalia is trying to get her out and then just slam big dragons, angels, and demons out. I think in the last time that we saw Kalia, we were talking about the Master of Cruelties, which basically is a one-shot kill if you can get it off. Kalia is one of those decks, man. They get targeted real hard. All right, guys, let's hop right into this game and see what happens.
Oh, we got Autistic Dog here with the pregame action, Gemstones, pitching and calling the week. Doesn't look like anyone else has pregames. Other than DJ. DJ's been pregaming with all that on his board right there.
Yeah, all the beverages.
Hey, you leave my drinking habits alone.
Okay, looks like Sadistic's going to draw for turn. He's going to drop a Polluted Delta.
Ooh.
I think he's...
Onslaught art. Love it.
I think he's just going to crack it and say go and then tutor for an Underground Sea.
That's
what I would get.
Here, guys, starts with 6. And he's going to start off with a watery grave. He's going to shock it in. Plays a dark ritual for 3 black. Ooh, what can we do here with 3 black guys? What are you thinking?
Definitely rampant.
Yep, you got it. He's playing that Talisman of Dominance. Still got a black remaining.
That talisman looks kind of funny. It's the Doctor Who talisman for anybody who's curious.
Oh, and then he plays a Training Grounds. Nice. Training Grounds in a Kenny deck, that spells trouble.
On turn 1 for sure.
Playing blurry card.
And it looks like Autistic Dog is on your end step playing a Vamp Tutor.
Yes.
Curious to know what Autistic Dog gets here with a Vamp Tutor. I mean, turn 1 Kalia is kind of what Kalia is what you want to do, right? So maybe a Jeweled Lotus, maybe a Big Bad Demon, maybe Razaketh if he already has it. Maybe he's playing it out. This will be interesting to see. All right, he finds his card, puts it on top, goes to his turn, draws for turn, plays a land for turn, planes, taps. Ooh, Ragavan.
Oh, I remember what happens here. I
dashes
get attacked.
in. Yeah,
Yep.
dashes in the Ragavan.
Yep. I get
DJ
attacked.
doesn't block. Yeah.
Yep. And I exile a power artifact off the top. And if I remember correctly, I had the Grim Monolith in my hand.
Oh no.
Yeah. So it would have been a very quick game if he did not do that.
So very much so. For those of you who don't know Power Artifact, it's very much like a Training Grounds in the sense where it will reduce the activation cost of an artifact by 2 to no less than 1. So with the Grim Monolith, essentially what that makes is infinite mana. Because Grim Monolith, DJ, if you want to tell them, taps for 3.
Yeah, it taps for 3 mana, and it takes 4 mana to untap it. So it generates 3, then you activate it for 2 with Power Artifact to untap it. You net 1 generic mana and make infinite generic.
Heck yeah. All right, let's go to Sadistic's turn here. Looks like he's already drawn. He's going to drop a Cavern of Souls. Ooh. You know he's going to be naming
Rogue.
Yeah, he's going to name Rogue.
Name's Rogue.
Oh, got a little demonic tutor action. And everybody's going to let it resolve. Yeah, everybody's going to let it resolve too. So what do you guys think that Sadistic's going for? Do you think it's a Jeweled Lotus?
I'm definitely thinking he got Jeweled Lotus here, or another piece of ramp to try to get Tivit out by next turn.
Get Tivit out turn 1, yeah. Depends what he has in his hand, yeah. Well, actually, this is turn 2.
Yep.
Yeah, trying to get it out turn 3, so that way you can just start swinging at people.
Yeah, that could be a good Kalia blocker as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It looks like it was a Mana Crypt if he played what he tutored for.
Oh, and he passes here to Jeff. Jeff draws for turn, plays a Polluted Delta. Looks like he's confirming with everyone to make sure that no one has any actions here. No, it looks like he's just going to get a land and pass. Let's see what he tutors for. And he's stopping at the Badlands. Alright, so lots of mana on board. Jeff passes the turn. DJ, what you got going on?
Yep. So played a Watery Grave for turn, shocking it in, and now playing a Jeweled Lotus, cracking it to cast Marnius Kelger, turn 3.
It looks like it's going to stick.
And of course, now Kalia drops down, hits his 3rd piece of mana. And unfortunately, nothing else. Not having Greaves out right now probably hurts Kalia right now.
Yeah. So Sadistic's going to win his Mana Crypt trigger. Okay, he's gonna untap everything. So what's the likelihood he plays Tivit this turn?
Pretty high considering he just dropped a Jeweled Lotus.
Oh yeah.
That's usually what happens, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Played City of Brass for turn. Now is gonna crack it and tap 3.
And he's got the cavern out, so it's gonna be uncounterable.
Yep. Yup, which I'm very sad about.
Did you have a Force of Will in hand?
I had a delay, if I remember correctly.
Ah.
Tivit comes out with the altar.
Yeah, that looks like an octopus leg
Thief.
to me
Yeah.
with the suckers.
Kind of interesting.
All right, so usually people, when he plays, it's 2 treasures from him and then a clue from everybody else.
I usually base my votes off of how many cards he has in hand. So, like, the earlier Tivit comes out, I'm more inclined to give him treasures, so that way he cannot refill his hand.
So it looks like Jeff goes, draws for turn,
Drops a scalding
tapping a
tarn.
talisman and the Badlands. Oh, and a dockside on the board. Looks like on the board you got Marnius for 1.
Marnius has 0. I have no artifacts or enchantments out on the board. The only person that has them is our Tivit player. Because it's just me and Autistic have our commanders out.
So it looks
Sadistic being responsible over there, cracking all his treasures and clues.
Yep, so he gets essentially a free dockside. Only gets the 2 treasures.
It's okay though. You could loop it later.
Yeah.
Maybe with an Emil.
Yeah, I keep trying to convince him to put sack outlets in that deck so he can loop
Yeah.
it with Kenny himself.
Yeah, because then he's no longer casting anything.
Yeah. It's harder to interact with that way. Okay, so it looks like Jeff's gonna crack the Scalding Tarn and go get something. Is it a Taiga?
Mhm.
Yep, Tyga. The underappreciated dual land.
I mean, who's playing Gruul in 2024, right?
Yeah.
Shit. Have you seen
So
the
Jeff
tally?
Jeff said that he passed the turn. I unfortunately have to play my Ottawara for turn. Since
Feels
I don't
bad.
have another land.
Ugh.
I am then tapping 2, and I believe I am playing I play my Grim Monolith here. Just to have it, so maybe I can get a draw engine going. And looks like I'm paying another blue for a Mystic Remora. Yep, that's my Mystic Remora. What did I play here? Tapping Grim Monolith for another 3. Oh, and losing 2 life for Phyrexian Metamorph. Copying the Tivit.
Oh, nice. Ward 3, you paid the ward too?
Yes, I
doesn't-
did.
Nice.
Are you sure you got a Tivit? It looks kind of like a dockside count.
Oh, no, I did. Oh, I know what I did here. I did Dockside first.
Yep, and for each one of those treasures, you're gonna get a draw as well.
Well, I get 1 draw because it's I make 1 or more, and since Dockside makes a bunch, I
All at
only
once.
draw 1 card.
Ooh, using up all them treasures, huh, DJ? Oh,
Yeah, to cast Kitten.
Oh my gosh. I'm assuming here's where you bounce it for a Tivit.
Yeah, I will eventually. I believe I counter something, bouncing that and making a Tivit.
So Autistic's gonna drop a Scalding Tarn of his own for his own dockside.
It's a dockside party, guys.
Docksides for everybody.
I would assume everybody would pass just because they let the other 2 resolve.
No, it looks like I am responding, cracking 2 treasures being responsible, it looks like. Floating to blue, if I remember correctly.
Looks like count is 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is what it should be at.
It looks like he's got 7 on the die. I'm gonna play a plateau.
Yeah, maybe so.
Was that
Faithless Looting was
looting?
cast. He did not. Yeah, he didn't pay his 4, so I drew a card. Right now, he's digging to try to get something for Kalia, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he drew a card and bend an ancient tomb. I mean, honestly, this is the best I've seen Autistic go with this Kalia deck on the channel. Usually he's mana screwed. I'm gonna replay the Ragavan. Looks like he didn't pay the dash cost, so it's just regular Ragavan.
No, he only had the 1 mana and some treasures. So unfortunately, did not find anything for Kalia.
Yeah, there's no sense in throwing her out there if you don't have anything to cheat in. So it looks like Sadistic rolled for his crypt. He won it again. He's gonna drop a Tundra. Let's see what he can do. You know, once Tivit's on the board, it's really hard to get him off because the ward is just so hard to deal with. You basically have to take a turn off just to deal with it.
Toxic Deluge, man. Toxic Deluge wins games.
Yeah.
Shout out to the new Fallout card, Nuclear Fallout.
Yeah, we played a game recently, and Jeff just completely obliterated me with it. 3 mana, neg 6 is pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
That is good.
And everyone gets 3 rad counters afterwards, so they're milling on top of it.
Yeah. So he's gonna swing.
He's trying to think on who to attack. So he attacks, and I believe he attacks Jeff here.
So he's gonna give himself treasures. And it looks like everybody else
And
is
I
gonna
believe
give
we
him
all
a clue.
choose Clue again.
Okay, he's gonna tap for an uncounterable Phyrexian Metamorph. Probably to get his own dockside.
No, he's actually copying my kitten.
Oh, yeah. Keeps him from having to tutor for his.
Yep, and this is where I try to force of will. The thing.
You'll get a kitten trigger.
Yeah. Flickering my Phyrexian. I believe this is where I get Tivit.
Surprised you didn't do another dockside.
Yeah, I would just keep piling up docksides.
I wanted a way to, since all of the stuff that I have is not flying, I needed a way to block Tivit.
Yeah.
For later. Tivit has an ETB ability, so I still get the treasures and tokens to draw.
Okay, so it looks like Jeff is going to cast Trick Bind on Sadistic's.
No, he's countering my kitten.
Oh, okay.
Here.
Ooh.
Sadistic's going to throw a Fierce Guardianship out there.
Yep, targeting my
Force of Will.
Force.
So that's interesting because the Trick Bind will also still stop the Metamorph from doing what it's going to do. Or should.
No, yeah, we had a little bit of an issue there, but he came back almost immediately.
Right?
Yep.
Did someone counter the Trick Bind, DJ?
No one countered the Trick Bind, so Trick Bind stops my kitten, and Phyrexian Metamorph will come down as my kitten, which surprised us all.
And it looks like B's going to play a fish of his own.
Yep. which will trigger my fish. Yep, and he flickers Tivit to get him some more treasures, and we give him all clues. He's cracking some treasures here to try to refill his hand, get some answers.
And Tivit looks like they have a commanding lead here. You have a kitten. That's not good. Tivit's out. Fish.
Yeah, it's really hard to come back from a start like that.
So Jeff finally starts taking his turn.
And Jeff's tapping 3, the talisman there.
Throws down Italian, which I think everyone passes around. And lo and behold, the great number 2.
It's very interesting to play Italian at this point.
Well, he needs some card draw, and now he has another flyer to block Tivit. So,
that's a good point.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's got a Tivit blocker,
except for DJ.
Yeah, I get it this turn, since the Trick Bind is only until end of turn, and it's not the Wave Binder. So I paid to keep fish around with the Otawara, tapping to put out a Wishclaw Talisman, I believe
That's a Smothering Tithe.
Nope. That is a Smothering Tithe. To flicker the
Metamorph.
Yep.
Oh, looks like Autistic has a response.
He's cracking some treasures, I believe, to tutor for an enchantment here.
Okay.
Allows me to draw my card.
Yep, not paying for either of the fishes.
Yep.
You're thinking Mana Crypt?
The One Ring.
He gets One Ring.
Yep.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah, I think that was a good choice on his part, just to consistently start refilling his hand so he can get those answers.
Also, hopefully getting a demon in his hand, a big boy, a big baddie for Kalia.
Looks like DJ's going to flicker into a dockside.
Yep.
Getting a metric shit ton of treasures. Honestly, this is a pretty close game between Sadistic and DJ. You both have really good engines online.
It's very much an Esper battle, and I cast my own Italian now to make my engine even worse. Pay the 4 to untap my Grim Monolith.
All right, let's see if he plays his One Ring.
I believe he declines to pay the 2 for the tithe. I make my treasure and draw my card, since Marnius is still on the board. We're living the dream over there in the bottom right.
Bola Citadel. Holy shit.
Yep. Fish triggers. He cannot pay, so we both draw. And since Sadistic drew a card, I believe he does not pay either. And I should make another treasure here. If I don't remember, I'll blame it on the whiskey if I don't remember. Cast a Fierce Guardianship, it looks like. Not paying for the fish. And this is where I get my Tivit, finally. Since I have the 3 mana in the back with my Grim Monolith.
So DJ, if he had played the One Ring instead, do you think he would have fierced it?
If he played the One Ring instead, probably not. Because right now he hasn't been doing... I'd want to copy it, most likely. But some other plays that end up happening where I'm not able to do the flickering of Phyrexian Metamorph anymore. But we'll get to see what's going on, where I get some more treasures and I get some clues. Which I can't find my clue token, so I use my Sicarian Infiltrator token instead. Rest in peace, Basarius Call. No more stacks in CDH. So it looks like he did not have any way to protect his Bolas Citadel and has nothing else to pass.
Okay, so Sadistic's gonna stack the triggers. He's gonna do the mana crypt first. It looks like he lost it. He's gonna pay for the Remora.
Yep.
And then draw.
Yep, and he does not pay for my Smothering Tithe, so I get another treasure and draw another card off Marnius.
Man, that is sick. Treasure and a card from Smothering Tithe.
Yep.
So he's gonna go to combat. Who's he swinging at?
I believe it is Jeff again, trying to get rid of one of the Talions.
Yeah.
Jeff takes the damage. On board, Sadistic has 2 treasures, 7 clues, a mana crypt, and 4 untapped lands.
Yeah, it's not looking great.
All right. I'm gonna tap 2 for a Grand Abolisher.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, triggered both Talions. I'll draw a card. And Jeff draws a card, and I do not look at me missing triggers, living up to my mat, probably. I was forgetting that Jeff also draws a card. She should be paying for Smothering Tithe. Me getting another treasure and drawing another card on top of it.
Oh, I think you
I do
remembered.
remember. Yay.
Oh, man. Grand Abolisher on board on Tivit's board. Not looking good, guys. DJ, are you sweating in your pants? Sweating in your spot?
Yeah, a little bit, which is why I drop a Force of Negation on his ass.
It looks like a pact, right?
Pact.
Oh yeah, it is Pact of Negation. It's one of the negation ones. It's just not negate.
Well, Force would be non-creature.
Yeah.
He could always flicker the monolith too to help pay for it.
Yep.
Which is, I'm sure, is probably what he did.
Yep. Flicker making another Tivit. Because notably don't need to pay to target because Phyrexian Metamorph does not target. It just enters ass. Me counting my 12 cards in hand. Yeah, plays a Mana Crypt here, trying to trigger Kitten, targeting the Tivit, which I have a response to. I pay crack 2 treasures and flash out a Containment Priest.
Ooh. That kind of shuts down your plan too with the Metamorph.
Yes, but I have other things that I can flicker still.
Right.
So it shuts off his Tivit things.
Of course, Jeff gets a Talion trigger.
Yep, and he draws a card, and I draw a card from making the treasure since he couldn't pay for the tithe.
You're running out of space on your board there, DJ.
Yes, I am. If I remember correctly, I'm missing one piece in my hand to try to win on my turn currently. And
Shame you don't have that power artifact.
it was like the fact that everyone was open and he attacked me with Ragavan that one turn. I was very sad.
That damn monkey, boys, I tell you.
Ragavan's been a pain in my ass for a while now. I'll leave it up to you guys to wonder which one I'm talking about.
Which one he's talking about? So,
yeah, I'd like to share my banana.
Resolves. Containment Priest resolves, and to Sadistic chagrin, he has to put Tivit back into command zone since it would get exiled.
Whose turn are we on, guys? I am so lost. Looks like you flashed in the Containment Priest.
Yeah, I flashed in the Containment Priest. It's all my turn. It's all my turn.
I think it's actually Sadistic's.
Pack, which I know it's not your turn because you would have paid for the pack. So I'm still. It looks like we're on Sadistic's turn, maybe.
Yeah, we're still on Sadistic's turn. He puts down a blind obedience.
Yeah,
There
that's
we
what
go.
I saw.
Jeff draws for turn. Oh,
No,
wait.
this is
No,
blind
that was
obedience.
Italian.
Yeah, this is Italian trigger.
Oh, nice.
Yep, good old blind obedience to try to slow me down now, since now I'm making tapped treasures.
All right, now it looks like we're gonna go to Jeff's turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, the Esper boys really took over this game.
It looks like we're only on turn 5. If I'm not mistaken. Looks like you mystical tutor.
Yes, because Jeff is trying to pass the turn here, I believe, after playing his land.
Trigger Kitten, what do you target here with Kitten?
I flicker my I believe it's the Mystic Remora to give it 0 counters again.
Nice. That's a great choice. Great choice. Because if it was the artifact, Blind Obedience would have it tapped, so that's not a good idea.
Yep.
Great choice. I like it.
And I'm getting a silence on my turn.
Oh, are we gonna go for the win here? Let's see. I think Autistic Dog's like, please win this turn.
Up he cracks his land.
Alright, cracking the Misty Rainforest. Let's see what land he gets. Looks like he's missing white, so I would imagine he's gonna go Savannah here. Oh,
we
right
get
in
glare.
the
We get glare. That's what we get.
I'm gonna assume it's a step. It was a Savannah.
Yeah,
I called it. I called it.
It's that game of who's that land.
I have to say, those are some nice proxies. I think he got those beta dual land proxies from me.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, shameless.
You can get yours at ragavantrading.com.
Not a sponsor, just cool person.
Hey, 15% off on your very first order with me, by the way, guys. 15% off.
Oh, we're leaning towards shame. We're leaning towards shame right now.
It looks like Jeff is thinking about what he wants to do.
Yeah, me tutoring for the silence early in his turn really threw him for a loop.
Everyone's trying to figure out how to not lose on DJ's turn. Looks like DJ's explaining that every time Smothering Tithe hits, he gets a treasure and a draw, and everyone's like, oh shit.
It also doesn't help that everyone else has like a pseudo draw engine that they're drawing and giving me more tap treasures, which is causing me to draw even more cards.
Alright, Jeff plays a Spell Seeker. Maybe he's going to try to get some sort of interaction for DJ here.
He ends up deciding to, I believe, get another silence to try to silence me on my turn as well.
Looks like you're countering that, or you flickered something?
That is an opposition agent.
Oh no! You dirty dog with the oppo. Oh god.
Yeah, so
he doesn't have any blue. Let's see what he does.
He lets it resolve and he swords it off the board. So, but I'm just eating interaction at this point and drawing some cards. Yeah, and remembering that Sadistic also has Mystic Remora, making me more treasures and drawing me more cards.
So this is interesting. with Oppo, when you flash it in, he lets it resolve, hits the board. Doesn't it still see Spellseeker's attempt to tutor?
It would do the attempted tutor with it still being on the stack, but unfortunately, while it is still on the stack and trying to resolve, so he doesn't actually go to search. He can source it off the board with it still
before
on
the
stack.
actual search.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yep, and now he's trying to think of what he's tutoring for. Because Jeff was going to try to win or try to get something to help him win on his turn, but me tutoring for the silence, he said afterwards, was threw him for a loop. Which, after playing with Jeff, I know doing stuff like that throws him off his game, which is why I did it so early. This is what happens when you play with the same people over and over again and have the same play group. You get in people's heads. It becomes a mind game. It's just too bad that I'm usually on alcohol when I play.
Yeah, usually I have a little too much of God's green earth in my mind. You know what I mean?
Every day is Earth Day for you.
Just about.
I'm just bad at magic, so you can get into my head pretty easily. Just by saying, "Hey, you shouldn't do that."
I can't really get into your head. I can't really get into your head when you're playing Winota, though. You just kind of. I'm in red.
There is no. Right.
I can't tell you to not cast.
Oh,
creatures.
he gets his own silence. Ooh, with a nice Princess Bride edition.
Ooh,
beautiful.
Yeah, I have one of those in my deck now. I'm pretty proud of it. Man, I love Kalia so much, so I always want him to get it off and to get it going.
Yeah, my son plays Kalia, and it is never a dull moment.
Oh, yeah.
So we are in my upkeep with some triggers on the stack. I immediately resolve my pact trigger with the Remora trigger on the stack. I believe I cast Silence here to flicker it.
Nice.
Look at those big brain plays.
Anyway, so at least you get a free.
Yeah.
That's a brain play for sure.
It's definitely a brain play. Not a big one, small one, smooth one. Just a brain play.
It is the wrinkliest of brain plays.
We talking about brains or penises here?
Hey, you said it, not me.
Hey, you're the oldest one here, my guy. You would know all about it.
A little wrinkle and a bend never hurt nobody.
We back on Ragavan's banana? What's going on here?
I have no clue. But Silence is on the stack.
I think our next podcast should be my deck is bigger than yours.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have Jeff trying to silence me on my turn. Me and Mayhem both draw off of it. Mayhem doesn't pay again, and I pay 2 life to try to mental misstep it.
Trigger kitten. What do we do here?
We're essentially we're just skipping the triggers now because I can't flicker anything of note.
Okay.
With my Containment Priest out. So resolving some of the stack, Mayhem cracks a treasure to also put a silence on the stack.
You know your public enemy number 1 when there's 2 silences on the stack.
There are 3 silences on the stack currently. 1 that's trying to win the game and 2 that are trying to stop me.
Autistic's over there like, yes, burn up all the silences.
Yeah. No, we're all. It was hysterical because we were all chanting like fourth silence. Everyone just get their silences out now. But yeah, I am big sad since I only had the interaction for the one, I believe. Oh no, look, I'm tapping mana. Do I have things? What things do I have? Casting a vamp tutor. So tap the black to cast vampiric tutor. Drawing a card from sadistic, drawing a card, me making a treasure.
Man, that Smothering Tithe is putting in work this game.
Just imagine if it was making me untap treasures.
I love Smothering Tithe, especially in my Traxa deck. Oh my gosh.
I love just the way that it interacts with Marnius.
Oh yeah, that's like amazing. Draw and treasure. Jeez.
Yeah, and the fact that each draw that you guys have is a separate Smothering Tithe trigger. So I'd make separate treasures. So every time you draw a card, I also draw that many and make that many treasures for each one you don't pay for.
Very hot, very hot.
That is resolved, and then I believe we sadly resolved the rest of the stack. As some more table talk is going on.
You get a silence.
His silence resolves, my counterspell resolves, and everyone can't cast spells on my turn now. Then move to my draw step. I believe I play a land and pass.
No, that's about as much as you can do.
Yeah.
Looks like a command tower.
Yep. And now moving to cleanup since I have a maximum hand size. Trying to pick out a sculpted 7 that will help me win on my next turn.
So it looks like
So
you
we
finally
finally
passed.
Yeah, that upkeep stack.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
So sad. Yep, draw another card.
What do you think? Did he finally get a piece?
Looks like Tivit's gone. So if he doesn't play anything, he may attack Tivit to get a Kalia trigger if he has something in his hand. But that doesn't look like the case. Oh, Burnt Offering. Okay. Gets rid of Dockside with the Burnt Offering. It's going to make a black and a red. DJ gets his draw.
I should have got 2 draws there because Burnt Offering.
Yeah, fish
Coming
draw.
in.
Did you get a draw off of Sadistic's fish?
Yeah, that's what I think I missed as well. It's my second time I missed the trigger.
Triggers, you miss a lot of them.
So it looks like y'all let that resolve.
Yeah.
Ooh, tapping 3, 4. Plays the One Ring.
2 fish triggers. And then this one I remember. Imp Seal.
So Imp Seal here. I'm curious to see what he gets.
I would probably go get a Master of Cruelties and just try to delete you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it goes to the top, so he'd want it in his hand.
He's got a ring on the board.
Which is why he has
so
the
he
one
got
ring.
the One Ring to draw it.
Well, it
Yep.
wouldn't
Yep.
matter. There's a blind obedience. So it looks like you missed that.
Ooh. Yep.
Yep. I think we all started forgetting about the blind obedience, but just for the treasures. Oh no, we remember. No,
Nope,
yep,
he's gonna
we
draw
forgot. Yeah, we completely forgot.
And the containment priest should have exiled it.
No, containment priest is only the containment priest would have exiled whatever he put onto the battlefield.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If he would have put a creature
Kalia.
out with Kalia.
Yep, but he doesn't get the chance as I pat to exile his Kalia.
Oh, poor autistic.
Yeah, he's only doing one thing, and you're trying to stop him.
What a hater.
He tutored the thing and drew it and put it into his hand. No, absolutely not.
Haters gonna hate.
If anything, I was scared.
As you should have been.
As you should be.
I was scared. Like, at best, I think that was a Razaketh. At best.
Razakath would definitely start that line.
But yeah, also, if you noticed on my board, I flickered my Grim Monolith, completely forgetting about the blind obedience as well. Because as I overload a Cyclonic Rift at his end stepped with it.
Oh.
So it looks like Jeff should have had Italian trigger on the Psych Rift.
We do remember that. As I take my 2 and he draws his card and I make another treasure and draw another card.
Psychorific would be good for you too, because he'd have to recast all his stuff, which gives you more fish triggers.
Yep. And he's he's cracking as many treasures as he can right now during his upkeep, during the end step.
So what was in your thought here? Why Sack Rift on Autistic's end step?
Because I didn't want him to do things at instant speed with all of the colored mana that he would have available.
Plus, with the blind obedience off the board, you're going to get untapped treasures now.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to slow him down, make him recast everything, and him only having 5 mana at his disposal to do that, essentially, to rebuild, put down all of his rocks again, essentially. I thought I was going to get to my turn by doing it this way.
He plays a land for turn.
Looks like a command tower.
Mm-hmm.
And you get your tithe trigger.
Yep, and my one untapped treasure.
Hey, sometimes that's all it takes. So he's going to do the mana crypt. You get your trigger.
Yep.
2 treasures.
Okay, into a mana vault. Give you another trigger.
Yep.
Are you forgetting your untapped treasures?
No, because he's not drawing cards. I'm drawing cards.
Oh,
these are
yeah,
Mr. Gamora's.
Got it. Yeah.
And then going for the uncounterable Tivit again.
Seems pretty good.
Man, Tivit is so resilient, man. It's amazing how resilient that deck is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So do you think he's got it? You think he's got the time sieve?
As someone who is in this game, welcome to the last turn of this game.
Yeah, I think you helped him because you cleared the board and you gave him all the attack space.
Yeah.
No, because remember, Tivit has summoning sickness.
Oh, okay.
But if he plays
on this turn, it's he has to still clear my board to do things. Because he cannot close out the game while he can't attack me. Because I also have a Tivit.
Yeah.
So he has to. He basically brings Jeff down to size, and I was real sad that I was hoping Autistic didn't have anything, so I could save the Path to Exile on his Tivit just in case. Since I'd have untapped treasures after the Rift, which I technically shouldn't have been able to do, but
Dark Ritual.
Yep.
A lot of people don't like that art, but that's actually one of my favorite Dark Ritual arts.
So ever since I opened up the Japanese alternate art from the Strixhaven,
Yeah.
That's the one that I use.
So it looks like he's gonna tap the City of Ass for the fish.
Yep.
And then beseech the mirror.
Yep. Sacrificing his vault, if I remember correctly, to get his
Time Sieve.
time sieve. Yep.
So did he have the? Yeah, he had the 3 black there.
Yep. Trying to offer you can't refuse it.
Give him more treasures.
Yeah, he draws. I get another treasure. But essentially, it's a free counterspell for me. And it does go through. Thank God.
He's just like LOL. JK had it all. Anyway,
Basically. I can't tell you how often it's just like, oh, look, I'm going to go tutor for it. No, look, here it is. It's in my hand all along. Happens to me every time I play Tivit, I swear.
And he also has the Mana Crypt and the Mana Vault.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Surprise, had it all along.
That's a big brain play. He made you use your counter on the beat of Beseech the Mirror.
But I can't let it, since he also bargained for it, I can't just let him go get any 4-drop or lower. Because if it's either a time sieve, he can get Ranger Captain and actually shut me out.
Yep.
I think he was
the play. You had to do it.
Yeah.
So I don't see a 5th artifact on this board.
Mana Crypt?
His Mana Crypt.
He's got 1 treasure, 3 clues, and a Mana Crypt.
Oh yeah, that is 5. Sorry. Yep.
No.
But he doesn't have haste, right, on Tivit?
He does not, but
he doesn't need it,
the
though.
Time Civ Time Civ will give him another turn. Everyone's asking what's in graveyards right now. So, yep, he activates it, sacrificing his 5 artifacts to take another turn.
He looks like he's going down to hand size.
Yep. Notably, he did not untap his Time Sieve for some reason.
Well, he's just going to tap it again anyway, so might as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Looks
So
like
Jeff
he's
is
gonna
now
take
at
another.
18. Jeff is now at 18 commander. He's got hit with it twice.
Somebody else is not good at math. 3 times 6 is 18.
Yeah, 3 times. Sorry. He got hit with it twice before the thing. Before getting hit with it that time.
That's funny.
Looks like on this turn he's going to let the fish go.
Yep, and he's paying for my Smothering Tithe on his draw, which is why he's keeping those 2 lands tapped on the side.
Yeah, that's smart.
So
Yeah,
let's get sadistic, yeah.
Yeah, Sadistic asked what the other thing with dice on it was. And I was like, oh, those are my clues. Which is why I put them over by my treasures. Yep, the Toxic Deluge.
Yes.
The Toxic Deluge, and he's paying 5, so I still have my Tivit.
Oh, that's odd.
Well, if he pays 6, he also loses his Tivit.
That makes sense.
And he wouldn't be able to recast it.
That makes sense.
Do the Toxic Deluge, and then he's probably got 3 fairy. or something to bounce your metamorph?
He baby riffs it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. He might be getting the talion off the board so he can baby rift it.
I'm cracking clues. That's what I'm doing. And don't find an answer. Yep, time to put all of my lovely pieces in the bin.
Tivit comes through. Tivit makes it in typical Tivit fashion.
Yep, and he plays his land. Takes his another turn.
So we should start swinging at autistic to get him down.
Which is what he's going to do.
Now, what did you keep in your 7, DJ? Do you remember? Whenever you did when you thought you were going to win that turn?
I had Ariok Salvagers and LED.
Nice. Okay.
So I could have went and did Bomberman combo to get my Disciple of the Vault that I had in the deck.
Nice.
It's sort of the backup plan for the deck if I can't generate infinite mana another way.
What's the card where if a player would start another turn instead do something else?
Oh, skip it? There's a bunch of cards that are like that. Stranglehold is, I think, one of them.
Stranglehold is the one. Yeah, that's what I can remember.
Yeah, that's the red. Unfortunately, that's a red card, so only Jeff and Autistic would have been able to have that. But someone had to bounce. Someone had to bounce their boards. I don't know who that guy was. It seems like a bad idea now.
Hindsight's 2020 and all that.
No, I still think it was the correct play to do. It's just forcing him to rebuild. He just had it. Yeah, unfortunately.
So it looks like he's going to Otawara your Tivit, which is objectively better just because it's harder to interact with.
Yeah, then he pays the 3 for targeting it.
Yeah,
as well, which is why all of his lands are tapped. But yeah, that essentially is game there.
Oh, that's the new card, DJ. That's what I want. The new card, Trouble in Pairs.
Yeah.
That might be something that you might want to be looking in for Marnius.
Yeah,
Trouble in Pairs is nice.
Yeah, I'm looking at doing a little update of the deck, put a little bit more token generation in it instead of just relying on the treasure manipulation.
Yeah, so it looks like from here we're just watching Sadistic kill the table one at a time.
He gets us all down to killable life totals.
Yeah, and remember this is a league game, so it doesn't matter who he kills first. You know, for placement.
Which I believe he kills me first.
I mean, I would, just because you did a lot this game. You did a lot this game.
It's biggest threat. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a sculpted 7 in my hand.
Yeah. Plus, you know, any chance I get to kill you, that's what I'm gonna do.
I mean, if I was Sadistic, I would probably go DJ, then Jeff, and then save Autistic for last.
Yeah.
Which is, congratulations, I believe you called it.
Just based on what was played and, you know, recently.
Yeah, and Sadistic didn't really care about what place everyone was in because I was in the last place. I was in the lowest position at this table. But it always seems to be that way. I get super close and then die in spectacular fashion.
Yeah, my league games have been probably just because I play stacks or, you know, a really good deck. I'm not a good pilot or anything, but I get targeted a lot just because I play good things. So I'm down
I
the.
find that with Kennen too.
Yeah, I'm down. I think we're all down on the bottom of the list this season.
The Three Stooges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's putting Kitten on the board so he can start flickering Tivit.
Oh, he gets more artifacts out to sack. So when he gets everyone down.
Yeah, I think at this point he's just doing it for attrition. Because he has went on board.
He needed to show a way to generate the treasures. To generate the more treasures, so that way you can take the 2 extra turns to kill Autistic. Since Autistic was only at 12 commander damage.
Well, that's why you strategically attack people to get them both within 1 attack, right?
Yeah, but he'd still need to. So he gets to me and kills me, and then he only generates 4 treasures, or he generates 4 artifacts. So he can't do the
2 turn, another turn.
Yeah, he can't do the time sieve since he has this 5 artifacts that he needs to sack. So he does the kitten.
Yeah.
So he does the kitten do after the attack, flicker the Tivit, so that way he gets 4 more treasures to then take another turn, kill Jeff, does the flickering again to get more treasures.
He shouldn't get a flicker from Metamorph because it's a creature.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
He's probably just going to make another kitten with the Metamorph.
Yeah, which is what he does. And then he casts...
Looks like a counterbalance. Maybe?
It looks like it. It's a 2 blue card.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a counterbalance.
No, it's transmute. It's transmute artifact.
Yep. That's what it is.
Transmute artifact. Get 2 flickers. Flicker. Well, he gets 2 flickers, but only gets the flicker Tivit once, because I had to explain that once he resolves 1, the other Tivit that he targeted no longer exists.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yep.
So he would have been better off making another Tivit there just to get more, and then sacking it to Legend Rule. But it all works out.
Yeah. He definitely came back from a pretty rough interaction.
Yeah, I didn't think he was coming back. Yeah, I didn't think he'd come back from the rift.
Yeah.
I honestly think the Rift helped him win because it took away all the blockers.
Yeah.
It took away all the blockers, but I was more along the lines ready for him to bring the other 2 way down in life total and still not be able to get to me. Because even if he did get Tivit out again and then somehow board wiped the Toxic Deluge, he wasn't going to kill his own Tivit to do it.
Well, here's the thing, and that's kind of what he did. He focused on the other guys to get them down to do a bunch of turns, and he's drawing for turn each turn, so he's getting answers.
He was drawing for turn, he was also losing 2 mana because he was paying for my Smothering Tithe on those turns as well.
Yeah.
So that way I wasn't drawing cards. So I thought I had a more commanding position than I actually did.
Yeah. So it looks like he's just going to go ahead and do a Thassa's win here.
Yep.
Easy enough.
Did all that work just to Thassa's Tainted Pact.
Thassa's. Yep.
That shows you how resilient Tivit is, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not too shabby, guys. This has been fun.
Yeah, this is...
I still like my Marnius deck, though.
Yeah, yeah. Man, I really enjoy doing the videos like this. It's kind of tough just to get schedules and everything for people, but I'm a big fan of going through and watching people play and describing what they're doing and just bantering with people I like to banter with. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys coming on. Hopefully it won't take too long to edit this thing. And again, if you guys enjoyed this type of content, let me know. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and do that too. You don't have to. But I hope everybody enjoyed themselves.
Pushing a button is free. Doesn't cost you a thing.
For sure.
Peace out, y'all.
See ya.
See ya. Peace.